streaming this because I don't feel like filming really any of this separate or editing because I have school crap to deal with because I have school pretty much full time and because it's a Friday. And I've been wanting to do this for quite some time with this guy. By the way, this is the MGA Rescue Pets Train and Play Puppy from 2006, I believe. And there's very little documentation on this particular interactive pet. Well, overall, pretty much barely need documentation on the Rescue Pets brand overall. This brand is pretty obscure, so there aren't really any tutorials on really how to like fix these and stuff. So I'm just live streaming it. Cause why the heck not? I don't know where to put my phone, and I don't know where I put my tripod. Hold on. Okay. So what am I gonna do is I'm gonna use a seam ripper to remove the stitching, and also probably should remove batteries first and foremost. Nice. Screw this on this tight. There. And the problem with this particular puppy is that his back legs don't move. Like you can hear like the noises of them moving, but they just don't move. And I recently thrifted another train and plate puppy, and he has the completely opposite problem. His front legs don't want to move, and he keeps going into factory test mode for some weird reason. And also there's a button in his tail, so I should be careful not to cut that. Because there is a wire, it's like a brown wire that's for the tail button. This is probably gonna take a while because I've never taken apart one of these before, and there's little to no information on these. Let me tear the seams here. It's even possible. All right, I just need to tear this down. And it looks like, look at the tail button. So the tail button is wrapped in a piece of cloth in a little plastic bag, probably to protect it from getting wet, considering that the tail button is when you press it if you want to get your puppy to pee, because it's a peeing puppy. And I haven't gotten him to do that either because I don't have the correct bottle for him. I want to use a syringe for him, but I don't have the right type of syringe that could fit into the little hole in his mouth or a nipple. Okay. Perhaps I can try and doing the screws here. I don't want to force his arms to move or front legs. This screwdriver won't fit. Hey chat. I'm looking at the chat right now. Yeah, I hardly do lives and I don't feel like posting and editing because I've been so tired lately and I've got so much crap going on. Okay, I've got one screw out and I'm gonna put this to the side and also ignore all the mess. Ugh. Perhaps I could get to the bottom of why his legs don't move. Hopefully it didn't break his front ones in the process by like trying to undo the screws. Okay, now for the third one. And hopefully this is an issue that is fixable. And I don't know how common this issue is with these, because again, these things are pretty freakishly rare to come across. They're pretty rare, and there are only a few listings on eBay. And from what I know from some old Amazon reviews, the most common problem for these dogs is that their drink and wet system doesn't work as it should, or they just will not go pee at all. Because that's pretty much their main thing, is that they pee on the puppy pad. So let me know if there are any places where you can get like a long tip syringe, like at least that's like a couple inches long, because I don't know how a baby doll bottle that can work with them. And it looks like that there's even a hole right there for that wire. I might have to actually undo the stitching around his head to get this fully open. Because it's getting open there, but I feel like the fabric is not letting me do so. So I'm just going over the seam ripper, and it turns out there's more screws like right on his shoulders, and also his head is filled with stuffing or polyfill, and it turns out there's also a zip tie on his neck. Wow, it's probably so we can keep everything together. Okay, I'm gonna undo the screws just right above his shoulders. Here's one. Okay. See if I can pop this open. Or if I can't, because there's a whole zip tie around the neck. Probably might have to break that zip tie apart if it means to take him apart. It's definitely gonna be like with a 90s Furby. Those are usually a pain to break open. I really don't like zip ties. Might have to remove that zip tie then. Because again, there's little information on these. And I better provide some information to those that are seeking to repair their puppies. Yeah, I'm gonna mess up my scissors like this. Should have like wire cutters, but I don't have any wire cutters on me, so it's scissors. I'll just replace the zip tie with another one since I have a bunch of spares. Or I could just use an elastic around the neck. Oh man. Okay, I'm trying to cut it here. Man, these are so hard to cut. Ooh, finally broke it open. Goodbye, zip tie. I'll probably just replace this whole thing with an elastic or just another zip tie because I don't think I'll be able to get this whole thing off the head. There any... Oh, great. Look at this. 2 more freaking screws. Man. I've been screwed over. Pun intended. I've really been screwed. No wonder I couldn't get this open. This thing just has like, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8 total screws. MGA did not want me taking this apart, but here I am. I swear I seen these at my thrift store. I mean, they did reboot these a couple years ago. At least MGA did. MGA did make a reboot of the Rescue Pets, but the concept is similar, but they changed it to Rescue Tales. They do look pretty similar, except they don't have that sad look anymore. Now they just have that weird dead-eye look, but they ended up being a lot more popular. I guess maybe just these things were too ahead of their time. I mean, considering that they did do the whole Webkinz thing called E-Pets. They're mostly known for the E-Pets, which is considered lost media now. It's like their own version of Webkinz. I swear to God, there's gonna be more screws on this thing. I need access to those electronics. There like stuff on the head. Oh look, there's the speaker. I wish toy companies would start doing e-pets again. I mean, Webkinz still exists. I never really grew up with Webkinz aside from like having a plush. It does still exist. It's just e-pets doesn't anymore. I can still buy the plushies online. You can get them for pretty cheap. And I actually do have one that I thrifted recently. He's up on the shelf, but he's the exact same one as this one, just smaller. Yeah, a lot of people remember Webkinz. I wonder if maybe I have to undo the head screws. There's some in the head, even though it doesn't look like that. These are supposed to be attached? Or is it probably because of the arms here? Or front legs? Why am I calling them arms? Oh, and it turns out I have to undo the screws on the head too. Whoop-de-doo! Alright. Let's undo the stitching on the head then. And this will require a lot of sewing afterwards. Like a whole ton of sewing. And if I sound tired, it's because I am. I have almost full-time studying going on besides on weekends. And we don't get many breaks throughout the year. And they're usually saved during winter and summer. I have this one Lapfox song stuck in my head. Woo! Woo! Oh boy. Bald! 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 Nah. I deserve to be sleep deprived. Okay. That is so bizarre. What's even more bizarre is that they don't have eyes. Because the eyes are like they're sewn on onto the fabric. So it's just some weird thing with the snout, but there's also a weird Sharpie stain on the head here. Not sure what that's about. And also I don't feel like cutting the collar. Actually, it turns out it's sewn on at the back, so probably just undo the stitching on it if I need to. But first I need to undo the screws onto the head because it turns out this is like a half thing. Two parts put together. And I don't know if I'll be able to repair it tonight. I'm just gonna look like what needs to be repaired. And hopefully this could like go on like the Furby Junkin' Neocities or something. It also looks like that this screw is kind of rusty. I'm not sure what's up with that. Look, it's got some rust on it. Didn't really see. Like TikTok. Oh yeah, it's a new thing. Bold! Bold! And now for hopefully the last goddamn screw! Oh! Okay, so here's what the back looks like if you want a screenshot. And it looks like the heads comes out as a whole separate damn piece. So this is the speaker, it seems like. He does not use speaker replacement because I could hear his yelping. And also I'm looking through this, and for whatever reason he has two tubes. Like there's just like there's this tank and there's like two different tubes for the water. Let me take a closer look at this. This is very bizarre. It looks like that one tube, one of those tubes goes like from the mouth. So if you feed them water, it goes into that tank. And then this, well, I think this is for the mouth. This for the mouth, and then this one goes down there or something. That is so weird. Where is it even going? Like that looks like the mouth, but and there isn't any yelling of the tubes that I could see. I mean, water hasn't gone down inside him anyway. And now for the body. Wow, and they even use masking tape to keep the wires all together. Like, look at this. This is all masking tape. Which shows that this thing was probably cheaply made. And I'm seeing that there's these elastics right on the gears. Probably has to do with the movement. Maybe that's why he's not moving as he should. Oh wait, these two tubes are for the mouth. I don't know why he has two of them. Two for the mouth, and then there's this thick one that's coming down to the tank, and then right here where he pees out of. This is so strange. I'm guessing maybe he needs a new rubber band because I've heard that there are certain Teddy Ruxpin model. Well, Teddy Ruxpin usually takes these rubber bands, and if they get old and worn out, it'll just cause things not to move. I could probably try installing some batteries and see how he works this way. Because maybe it's probably from those. Maybe it's just the elastic, or they need to be moved, or that moving them a little bit could help. Excuse me. And I don't mind if you screenshot this. If anyone wants to take a screenshot, do so right now. Because this is so strange. Very bizarre. But I mean, I am going to be keeping this video up for educational purposes. Once this live ends, I'm going to plug in the batteries. Hopefully it's not going to do anything I don't think it should. And he's not powering on. Probably has to do with him being taken apart. Or I don't know what the heck's up. Yeah, he's refusing to power on now. I did test them before this. Yeah, I guess probably certain pieces have to be together for him to work. Hopefully it did not break him. Yeah. I hope I did not accidentally euthanize him. Or maybe it just has to be together because there is this board on the switch. Maybe I put in the batteries wrong. There. There we go. There he is. He's still alive. And I'm seeing those gears moving. You probably cannot see this. Let me turn this off so I can show this. So I did see that the gears with the rubber bands are moving. Both of them are. And this one is just straight up vibrating. Let me see if it's actually spinning or... It's spinning. This is like the motor for the legs, and that's for the front legs. Like it's spinning. Oh, there goes the rubber band. It fell off. Let me just remove it and inspect it. Maybe you just need to move the gear a bit. So here it is. It is slightly warped. Well, it's probably the proper term would be a belt. It's slightly warped, but nothing horrible. Let's see if I can maybe try to spin it or do something with it. Yeah, it is pretty loud. Let me see if maybe I could try to move it. Let me see if I could put this belt back on. Because that's the thing that helps it move. Ooh, foot cramps. Ah. Ooh. Sorry, my foot's cramping up. I've been sitting on it for this whole time. Trying to put this thing back on. Wish I had a pair of tweezers. Okay, but you don't are were you actually spamming by this whole time? Okay, can you please stop? Or I will or we'll have to put you in timeout. Yeah. Hee hee. It's how I could tell if someone's a little ass kid. I cannot get this belt back on for the life of me. Oh. This thing is much easier than how it looks. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, this will not freaking fit. No, this is such a pain in the ass. And for no reason. Yeah, I hope I did not break anything. There. Oh, finally got it back on. Except the legs still will not move. Hello? Sit. I think I'm seeing the problem. Sit. It's like the gears are spinning. Sit. It's like it's loose. Oh. It's like it is spinning, but probably has nothing to do with that rubber band. Let me and try to press its tail. Hmm. This is so weird. That gear is spinning. The legs are not moving. It's a motor issue. Shouldn't be. Hmm. Hmm. Probably have to continue this tomorrow. So I might have to just end this stream right here. So, bye.